referee. Pat McAfee, look at me, I'm a referee. You know, just back in my high school days. Now I'm going to tell you what they are looking at and what they are, what's actually happening, and why you got this fine and all this, okay? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, in the rule book, surprisingly, in the rule book, okay? The rule book, there is mention of taking your helmets because your helmet is kind of powerful. And if your helmet is ramming at this speed, like if it's at this speed and it's ramming, it doesn't matter where it's hitting on the body. It's the fact that it's unnecessary roughness and it's not good because what he's doing is so yes, he is dirty. I know how much you guys are trying to avoid these dirty stuff, but yes, he is dirty because you have many different ways you can hit. You can hit in with the shoulder. It's a very complex debate, but you actually have to be there with the referees. You got to be there with the referees. We were there with the referees and all about it. So the way this happens, okay, is you're so fast and you're at a speed. Now, basically, at that speed and all the velocity and everything behind it, you have to go in with your shoulder, okay, or you have to go in with your hand because your hand kind of makes sense. But if you're going in with the head, okay, if you're going in with the helmet, then your helmet at this speed and just the way it's done it's a weapon now. Okay, so it's a weapon. Now, there is ways with your helmet to put your helmet into the chest and you don't get penalized. But the reason for this is because it's defenseless, For one, it's defenseless. Two, it's like you're using a heavy object. And it's a very hard rule in the rule book, but that's exactly the rule book that you need to learn about. It's a very hard one. That's a rule book that I think that they pay attention to because what coaches will tell you, this is what a coach will tell you, Pat. He'll tell you, hey, yes. So the rule book doesn't say like you have to read the rule book carefully too. So the rule book likes to give you like leeway of saying that, oh, you can do this, oh, you can do that, right? But there's also another part of the rule book that you need to read. See, this is what good coaching is, okay? And good because the coaches, when they talk to the referees, they're given the advice to be prepared for. Okay, so the fact that, because there's many things. The fact that when you're running at the speed, you're lowering the helmet, and you're using it like this at this certain speed, rather than having the motion with your body be length shoulder to shoulder. Now, if you had your shoulders lengthed in, right? If he had his shoulders lengthed in, there would not be no sight of this, right? But and that's the whole thing. Coaches literally tell their defenders, because I was a defender. So what they tell us is they say, nope. They say, nope. Just because they are telling you that you can do certain things like this, nope. They say for safe reasons, because that's what it's all about. They will literally tell you that's what your coach will sit there and talk to you about. They will say, oh, the rule book may not clearly say this, but if you go to this paragraph and you go back to this paragraph, it does say it. So they do that just to be prepared for the football game. That way we're not making any costly decision in a football game.